You can definitely make your own buttery, milky, and sweet homemade cheese. This method is step-by-step friendly, so do not go away. Greetings to you there and welcome back to my kitchen. It's Cooking with Claudia here, and hope you're preparing to have a festive Christmas. So in my kitchen today, I'm bringing you this very easy, super fast recipe. This recipe is the mozzarella cheese with just 2 ingredients. You don't need rennet or whatever. So before we get started, please hit the subscribe button, like, share, and turn on the notification so you don't miss out. So let's go straight over to the ingredients. I'll be using 2 liters of milk. This is 1%. You can as well use 2%. Please never ever use unpasteurized milk. For the salt, this is 1 teaspoon, which is optional, and ½ cup of vinegar. That's all you need to make homemade cheese. So let's slide in to the method. In the pot, stir in or pour in the milk on medium heat. Keep stirring the pot until the milk is getting warm to touch. As soon as the milk gets warm to touch, turn off the heat. While stirring the pot, you are going to see that the curds are beginning to form. While stirring, keep adding the vinegar in the pot. Keep adding the vinegar from time to time. With cheese, you have to be very, very patient. You can see now that the curds are beginning to form. Keep stirring and adding the vinegar. When the milk is warm to touch, turn off the heat and keep stirring. The more you stir, the curds are forming. You're almost there for the cheese to form. My milk is taking a while to get warm because it was straight from the refrigerator and it was really cold. So the milk will be almost warm to touch, and I'm just going to turn off the heat and take it off from the stove. You see that the curds are perfectly forming. At this point, you must have already turned off the heat. When the curds are becoming large, cover the pot and let it rest for 5 minutes. Please, at this point, do not touch or disturb the process. After 5 minutes, the curds are perfectly formed. You see that? Your cheese is already formed at this point, but you are not done with the process because you have to stretch the cheese to make it uniform and smooth. Use a strainer and drain out the water from the cheese. Squeeze out perfectly, like really squeeze it to take out all of the water from it. The water you drained from the cheese, turn some of the water inside the pot, add the salt inside, Then leave it on the stove for it to get hot. When it gets hot, it's going to change its color a little bit, like that. Pour the hot water from the milk on the cheese. At this point, if you cannot handle the heat of the water to stretch the cheese, please use a plastic gloves, like kitchen plastic gloves. For me, I don't have problem with handling the heat because I'm already used to this kitchen heat. So stretch the cheese, keep stretching and stretching and stretching with the hot water until the cheese is smooth, like perfectly smooth and not rough. This is how the cheese is supposed to look like. Smooth. You've stretched it. To achieve this smoothness of the cheese is just to stretch and fold until it comes out smooth. While you're stretching, you're dipping inside the hot water, because inside the hot water it makes the cheese to be soft and to maintain its flexibility. In a bowl of very cold water, or if you don't have cold water, you can use ice. Put the cheese inside so it can harden. Let it rest inside for like 2 to 3 minutes, if possible to 5 minutes if you want it real hard. To preserve the cheese, you can wrap in the foil or a plastic foil and store in your refrigerator till when you need it. You can keep this cheese in the refrigerator for at least 2 weeks. You can slice or shred the cheese to your desired shape, depends on how you want to use it. In my home, I don't buy cheese, I make my own cheese for my pizza. So guys, I hope this video showed you how to make cheese, and you can definitely make your own cheese and save some money. Thank you so much for watching. The description box has a detailed recipe. Bye bye.